In the year 1928, in the town of Yucatan, Mexico, lived a very close family that was dedicated to carpentry. His workshop was one of the best that exists in that place, but despite the quality of work, there was a great economic depression that forced almost give furniture.
The few opportunities that exist in that town were not suitable to progress and get ahead to his family. That is why Omar, father of Jose, decides to look for new horizons that will help him to expand his workshop. Between tears and tears, Jose and his younger sister had to see that tragic and painful scene where his mother tried to find solution to their economic status. Although his mother did everything possible to avoid the separation from a marriage that was about to be 15 years of marriage. Omar left a humble lady with a 10 years old boy and two precious twin girls.
The lack of a father in the home brought sadness and loneliness for the Rodriguez family. Maria, Jose's mother, decided to take charge of the house and looked for a source of income that would help her to be financially stable. Started as a waitress in one of the best restaurants in town. The restaurant has hundreds of stories. It was rumored that the owner was an American named Oliver Brown, who abused his employee, as well as drugs. It was also said that the mayor of the town he was a frequent customer and that the most populous activities of the state were planned in that restaurant. Mr. Brown never saw him and on strange occasions. The restaurant closed on Sundays without explanation. One rainy Sunday in May, Maria saw strange people in the restaurant, and when she entered, she found something that was not fair in Yucatan. The businessman, with his powerful friends, squandering the money on sexual fun, alcohol, and tobacco. Exported from the biggest supplier at the time, Cuba. The following Monday, Maria's entry was hampered by two federal police officers.
Upon arriving home, that feeling of affliction returned because she didn't know that to do to get the money she needed to survive and support her three children. And she decided to build a dining room, she being the cook. At first, the idea didn't work. Marcos, the gardener who lived next to us, told Maria that her plan was very vulnerable because of the price and the bad economic that exists at that time. Jose was already 12 years old. His sister worked with his mother to keep the house stable, while the boy were studying in school. Jose liked to go to school because it was a place where he lived with his friends and where he learned about his story. The subject that he liked most was social, because it was always interesting to know about his story and the real reason why his family was so poor. Darío. Vale, ya terminé. Hasta aquí ese párrafo. Eso lo puedes cortar, vea. Jose was already 15 years old. and seeing that injustice caused him to talk to his scholar teacher to see if he could help him with something, but the teacher was unable to do so. Jose tried to convince his friends that it was another attempt in vain. Apparently, the predominance of power caused fear, cowardice, and ignorance for all individuals. The mayor made an official rally where he wanted to give a public announcement that would affect the entire population with a desire to continue fighting for a job. The unscrupulous mayor began by saying that with his advisor he had studied a possibility of increased taxes on commercial, charging him double of the amount of electricity and water. A study that became a forcible act against medium and small companies. That day, Maria made a decision, taking her bags, leaving in the past those beautiful memories she had of the town where she was born, the people who saw her and her parents grown up, being one of her wishes that the same people see their children growing. But the poor decision of the minority authorities affect the majority of humble people.